Hello everyone, welcome once again to the channel, thank you for stopping by. So this will be kind of a different video, probably not the most polished one, but we'll be very excited. So I invite you to stick around. So one of the most interesting things of home studio is what kind of setup do we have nowadays. I mean, having the clarity, how life is going nowadays in 2025, it's kind of difficult to get stuff nowadays. Products cost way a lot, plugins cost way a lot too. So what will be the ultimate home studio setup? Alright, so that's it. Welcome to the studio, guys. So this is my basement for 2025. Of course, I've made a lot of changes. In the first place, I was kind of demotivated, and that's the reason why I just left everything lying around, things in boxes. But I decided to hit the road once again and reinstall everything as I had it on my dreams. So of course, still a lot of things to happen over here, but we're gonna talk about it later on the video. So let's get started. Alright, so at the first, when you open the door and get in, the first that you see is this wonderful view, very spacey, and the side rack, of course, and a lot of, old things around, messy kind of. This space, I was thinking to make a cabin, but this little table stills over here. We still have to decide what we're gonna do with it. And well, some guitars lying out because recently I just got this baby over here. And also I've got a new 12 strings guitar, which we're gonna be checking a bit. So this is it. Yeah, so one of the things that you probably ask the most, where is the acoustic treatment? Well, I was thinking about it, but because this is a place that is not my house actually, I'm thinking not to invest that much on it. Probably I will buy some stuff. Actually, my logo lying over there is based on acoustic stuff. Even though it has acoustic properties, doesn't mean that it's the acoustic treatment that you need for this place. I'm really thinking to have the tools at the moment that I want to set up and then invest on acoustic treatment. Of course, everybody says acoustic treatment should be the first. And yeah, I've seen a lot of studios, professional ones, even working in terrible spaces, worse than this one. And they still working professionally, getting good results. And of course, nothing will beat a good acoustic treatment, but everybody knows that there are stages on your life that it is what it is and you just have to deal with that. So that's it for me. Now let's jump into the computer. So the first that I do is turning on the electricity as usual. A lot of people are commenting about this one. Yes, I know, I have to get a new one. It's time already. So yeah. By the way, I'm turning the last speakers because they will give a click. For example, I turn on one and you will hear the click through the interface. That's the normal one, but then of course you have the one of the computer, that one. And now we are live, and this is turning on for the computer at the moment. To turn on this fella, I just had it apart. It's like not going because I have to go to the back side, and that's my connection. This one is a different one. Everything is coming from that port down there. So the white one is for this that turns on this thing. This for free for, I don't know, for a connector, or this one that I'm using recently with the crybaby over there, straight into the interface. We will talk about it later. And yeah, then I need to turn on this for security purposes. It's not a special switch. The idea is to connect it over here, but let's be quiet. There is a buzzing coming out of this fella. I don't know if it's normal. You guys can help me later on. and this is the Art Pro MPA preamp. It's just amazing. I love it since the first time. It's the most price quality preamp that you will get, and I decided to buy this at first because I always want the Presonus Studio channel. It's the Swiss Army. I'm gonna make a video later on, but this one has 2 channels of full power quality with all these features over here, with the phase inversion, high plate voltage, the phantom power, and a plus of 20 dB of gain. On the back side also has a bottom which you can drop 10 dBs of volume, and of course you have low cut. It just sounds fantastic. This is my old fella, the M Audio. This is my very first interface, and I didn't change it ever since because I do really love the way it works, how it looks in the studio. I mean, you just need to stand around, and if I ask you which of this equipment is the main volume of the speakers, eventually you will come up with probably this one, and always you're gonna be right. It's pretty straight, it's pretty clear, and it's just that. So this keyboard tablet, which I control sometimes the program, or I use FL Studio Mobile to produce beats and stuff inside the tablet. Here I have my backup disk of 2 terabytes. I'm really looking to improve for a NAS or NAS. These are my very first headphones. I talked about them recently on my video of the t.bone 850, and I love them. They sound pretty good, but this thing here in the corner is just terrible. Every time you put them on, they will fall out, and that's it. And I just have them as a nice part of my history, so I won't throw them away or something, because they still work pretty good. Furthermore, I have here on the side my always headphones. I just have them here straight into the interface in order to have my stuff done quicker. And my cable for connect straight my guitars, and eventually if I want to use this one, I connect that cable and then I invert the things, but always this is my main cable. On the side, so here on the downside I have the K-Lab 61, and I'm really looking to change that because some keys already are giving me some trouble, and I don't know what is this. It's been amazing MIDI keyboard, and I just can't recommend it enough. Everything of Arturia have been pretty solid, still working good, but some keys are giving me trouble, so that's it. It's nothing bad. This is my secondary interface, the Behringer UMC 22. This one I use when I want to hit the road and I want to have something portable with me and very comfortable. I could simply use this one or bring any other, but this one is very solid, and also I can tell you the quality is very decent for the price of this thing. And I also can tell you that you won't be afraid to lose it, to break it or whatever, because you are having quality, portability and everything in one interface. So this being my secondary interface, I just have it there on the side, and also have very good connectors for speakers just as well. Well, the disaster of cables down here. I've got here a cajon. I don't use it that much, but when I want to use it, I just can convert this place into something else. Well, first, of course, my main speakers, the Adam Audio T7V. So I made an upgrade out of this. My very first speakers were the Devine MR5A. So they've been kind of good speakers as well. But of course, you always want to upgrade. People do not take you serious if you don't have good stuff, and eventually always will find something else to complain. And on the top, well, things that are meaningful for me. I love astronomy, knowledge, and yeah. Also things with trips. This you can't see, but this is the pizza tower. Well, I love the things. This is a felt stand for the telephone. I mean, you can put your connection over here. I got it in a place, but I believe they don't sell that anymore. I will leave you the website below. This here is my very first microphone, condenser mic. I bought it together with this interface, so those are the things that are lasting the most with me lately. This is my acoustic treatment or something, but well, it's just the logo. Has wool on the inside, and yes, that's pretty much it. Now on the rack. This rack I didn't bought it, I built it myself at the place that I work, because there were some days not that busy, and yeah, I love constructing things with wood, and I just need to buy this side stuff, but they were not long enough, so I have to buy from t.bone 1, 2, 4, so 2 sets in order to have this massive rack that you're watching over here. And from the top, this is the Boss GX100. I still need to make a video out of it. I mean, I just love it. It's fantastic. I don't know if I can open a session right now. Alright, so I just managed to open a session, guys. Now we're gonna hear what is my meaning for this multi-effects pedal. I record 3 guitars, they are different. So this one is more acoustic here, and this one is more finger style, and this one is kind of riffy thing. And sorry, the first video I record these speakers, one was turned on and the other not. So let's hear it. Yeah, power. So I want to focus in doing just this. I can search the sound, or search again, or search around the effects. Here you're watching what's happening every time I press this. You have a wah-wah. But of course you have to select it. Now I deselect it, and we go to volume pedal. So yeah, that's pretty much for it. This is not a tutorial for this multi-effect, but it's what I've got. On the downside also we've got the Behringer UMC 1820, which being my main interface to run all these things down here. Now I'm going to turn on the Presonus Studio channel back here. Please, Presonus, if you're watching this, ever give me a bottom on the front. Will be very appreciated. Now we have the compressor Art Pro VLA. I love it. This was my second unit that I've got. I said in my first video it was very good for the price, but I mean, if you have every time $500 available for buy, I don't know, hundreds of these ones, good for you. I don't, and I really love it, and I appreciate it as one of my holy grails here at the studio. Down we've got the DQ2996 from Behringer, and this is a very particular EQ. Here you can boost or take off things, and it has a lot of features that I didn't discover yet, especially because here we have a geographic equalizer, but here we have a parametric equalizer, which is the one we used to have in plenty of plugins. So you can correct the Q, how high or how low, how thin, or how fat, how big. Also you can use things like low cut or turn it into top end. This is a low cut. Now this is the next frequency. and so on. You have up to 4 frequencies, but well, this is not a video of it. Plus you have a stereoizer, a dynamic equalizer, and a compressor as well, all in that unit. This is the DQ2496. On the downside we have the Virtualizer 3D special multi-effect, which I made the video, is the most seen video on my channel. And this one is very excited because it has a lot of effects, especially the rooms, the halls, reverbs, delays, and all this good stuff are very good. As I see, it's kind of the multi-effect pedal but for the studio, because quality won't be the same here as in there. Not that that is better, but I don't know, man, it's just different. On the downside we've got the Soldano, which my plan is to build a closet over here or something where you can place this one and 2 more that I'm willing to buy and send it through ADAT on this fella over here. And this one is the Ultra Gain ADAT 8200. It's on a very good price at the moment in Amazon. This is just a DA box that I have here in case of something needed. And this is just all for my side rack. As you can see, everything is messy. But well, it is what it is. The way I have set up my DAW is on a way that I don't have to use a patch bay. I'm anti-patch bays, and I really would like, that's the reason you got a powerful computer, at least you should. And here are my bosses, and here is the audio that I'm running at the moment, which is going through the multi-effect. But what if I want to send it somewhere else? Well, I just need to select this one. Now it's running into the Presonus Studio channel, as you can see. And I can apply things as, I don't know, compression, high gain, cut, minus 20 dB, saturation, or all this good stuff. So in the moment I just like it to have it clean, gain reduction meter, low threshold. And so on. And so I can do with any of the other. There we go. So in this case we are getting through these two. If I get pad out, that's the reason why I pad exist. Now we got input. And now we got it in stereo. Relative forward one, more input, more output. Here we go. Bypass. Engage. So that's the reason why I just got it. You know, I love it. I love the sound it does. And that was not how it works or to a tutorial of it, but more the way I have things here set up. So I'm sending these guitars, and here are all my outputs, and I just can choose them. Furthermore, we go to this side. So here I got a very comfortable couch. Kind of tiny, but very pleasant to sit and talk, have a talk around, talk about music, talk about things with a coffee in between. The condenser mic, we're gonna talk about mics later. And yeah, I mean, this is kind of funny. This is my light for all my videos. It's terrible illumination over here. I know I'm not a video maker, but I need to do some stuff. So yeah, this is it. And this is the most funny thing. I just put a sock around here. This is a clean one, please. Don't judge me. I need to invest in one, but it's just a regular mic stand, and I just put this here on, tie it together, and yeah, hit record. Another mic stand over there, so I got 3 mic stands in total. And furthermore, on this side, what do we got here? Please ignore this. This is just a collection. I would like to have a vitrine or something like this in order to put them in there, but I just don't have it, so I have it on the side. Very, very safe, so don't care about it. On the downside, we've got my pedals, which I used to have before. They lie all around here. I still have another wah down there, GLX, and my very first multi-effect pedal, the Zoom G2.1U. I don't know what that stands for, but well, that's it. Second layer, all around cables. Here you'll find electricity cables, TRS, TS, XLR, XLR to TS, and so on. Everything around cables is here. I mean, remember, this is just a home studio. It's myself working in here. The things I got are enough for me. I mean, should be enough for this tiny space. So that's it. And on top, I've got all around USB cables, paperwork, tuners, all this tiny stuff, and yeah, things that I've bought before, and my cleaning stuff for the studio as well. Here we've got printer. I don't use it that much. And now I want to introduce you to my very first studio laptop. This dinosaur we got here. I don't know if it still can turn on without the electricity plug, but I mean, I love it. I got it for free. Somebody told me, hey, I wanna throw out this laptop because it's way too old. Would you like to have it? And I've checked specifications, and I was like, hell no, you won't throw it out. Give it to me. And so start my trip into the studio world. There I used to use my interface, my microphone, and my monitor setup used to be a Marshall guitar amplifier. Terrible, eh? So this is a cloth in order to clean my guitars. And now let's jump into guitars, shall we? Alright, my very first guitar bought in this country was the Valencia. And this is a very regular nylon acoustic guitar, which, yeah, I bought after some 2 months working in here. I spent roughly 2 hours at the store, and it is a very good sounding guitar for the price. I just bought it roughly for $100, and I bought several things in between. Bonita is one of them. It's a very good sounding guitar, and I would buy it again for sure if I could or if I needed to. Alright, secondly, my most recent acquisition, and it is the Harley Benton GS Travel Mahogany. This is a very killing guitar for the price point, especially because it has a lot of features, but the most amazing thing is its sound. So I really will recommend this guitar 100%. It's killing product. I didn't imagine you could get something like that for that price. Of course, still have some details. It's not perfect, but I mean, I just love it. I could say it's very rock solid. This is not a regular product. This is a guitar you don't have to be afraid of. You 100% will get a good guitar, quality guitar, and a very tough guitar for hit the road, for a concert, or just to play, or just to have it at home to play around. Third place is for my Ibanez V302 12 strings guitar. This guitar I have exchanged it with one guitar that my dad gave me long ago, and was one of my very first electroacoustic guitar, was a Johnson, and I exchanged it with this because I really fall in love the first time I hear it. At the moment I needed to replace it because it's very killing sound, but as you can see on the curve of the hole, probably you don't see it, is a very tough curve, and that is not good at all. I don't know what's happening. I'm not a looter, but if you guys know something about it, please help me out. because in this country people don't know how to repair stuff apparently, and they try just to sell you things. So which is okay for the economy, but good for my heritage. So yeah, that's my Ibanez. I really love it, and I won't change it ever if I just didn't need to. Now, unexpectedly on the chain, it is the Cuatro. This is not a particular model, this is something they made back in my country. This is the traditional instrument from where I come from, and it sounds amazing. It's very kind of fun. It's kind of the ukulele, but it's the big brother, and therefore it fits very good in different musical genders and styles, and got so popular recently with groups like C4 Trio, the Wizards in United States, and I just would recommend you guys to go hear these people. Probably will be information here on top. But this instrument is very versatile, and we didn't discover that yet until 10 years ago, 20 years ago probably. Before of it used to be just a traditional instrument, but now it's just an explosive thing that you can use all around your music. Next on the chain, another recent acquisition, which is the CLJ 412, and yeah, I just love it. I hear it and I fall in love with this. Besides that, it got a lot of features as the Mahogany has, which is the cable connection versatility and also the microphone phase inversion and stuff like that for that killing price point. So you just have to watch it. I will leave a link below in order for you to check it out. And yeah, if I will say I would recommend it, well, it's still hard to play. I already moved the line in the middle, the soul, everything's called, and yeah, I just did the most of it. Still hard to get in tune, but it's not like my other 12 strings, so now I can make probably better recordings with this one. Alright, so now on the electric side, this is my very first guitar I've bought over here. This is a Harley Benton VT series, and I used to hear it a lot before I bought it, because you know, you don't want to spend your money in cheap stuff while people are telling you, yeah, it's just cheap, that doesn't work, or electronics are not good enough. But for that time and for the price, I was really amazed with the sound of this. Also, this one is into the album Bonita, was the only guitar I used to have at that time, and I just made some adjustments. As you can see, the potentiometers down there I've adjusted for my own, and also the pickup selector. Furthermore, it's just more of the same. The strap also got it as a gift, and I'm still love it because it suits very good with that guitar, and everything I've done, it seems to be a plus for that one, so it's still sounding great. And one of the most important things I gotta mention is that to this line of guitars, I almost never change the strings. We'll see some of them later on, but this one is my favorite, you know. It was my very first guitar. I have kind of a sentiment attached to it. Next is the Deluxe Series Harley Benton Paisley style on a tele model. So this one, I love it. I really fall in love for the design that it has. Actually, for the price point, it's really a killing product. Low in high C and not noise interference around. It's not a tele, it's not a Strat, it's not a Fender, but the sound that you can get out of it is very decent. So I would recommend it. But everything in combination, yeah, it's just good stuff, you know. And fun story is that I spent a year without playing it at all because I didn't calibrate it at all. I didn't move anything, and was until some weeks ago that I just started to play it again. I had to change the strings in order to leave everything in motion, and now it sounds fantastic. Those Ernie strings are amazing on it. So yeah, I just will recommend that electric guitar. If you are looking for something good, don't break the bank, and that represents you a little bit, well, that's actually the guitar. So this guy over here is my bass guitar. It's a Fazley 5 strings bass guitar. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is just a regular bass. I mean, it'll be the bass guitar that you will get all around to messy stuff, to messy gigs or whatsoever. The sound is okay, but yeah, at the time I didn't check for very good options most of the time. For the price that I bought this one, you only have 4 strings, but now I know in experience that better buy good and buy once than buy twice. At the moment, I'm not looking for another bass guitar. Probably I need still to calibrate this one. I didn't touch absolutely nothing of it. And funny story, I didn't change any strings on it as well. I don't play it that much, but every time I play it, I mean, I love it. I use it also in the Bonita album. It's the bass on the second track. And yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's a regular bass guitars. I'm not a bass guitar, and I'm just doing regular productions. This is just all what I need. I will have something better eventually. I will look for something better, but it is what it is. If you don't need to change it, I mean, yeah, why to change it? So just leave it like this. It still lives with me. I love it, but next time I will choose better. That's for sure. And last but not least, this is my favorite guitar in all times. And this is the Harley Benton WH, I don't remember what, but this is a Gibson Les Paul based model, and I just can't recommend enough. This is just amazing. It's the best product ever made in whole times ever. I love it. I've been waiting a lot to say this. And every time you receive a t.bone guitar, you receive it with this card over here. And they set up the employer number over here, or check by employer number over here. In 2022, there was a 700 employee who checked it out, but he forget a fun thing. And now taking you back, my guitar got this tiny spot over here. And yeah, as you may see, it's scratched as well. But this, through the time, I have it enough to have some marks somewhere around. But this particular came straight out of the box. I didn't say nothing because some people arranged this as a gift for me with very much love. And I just stay with it and value what they did for me. And I say, it's still my favorite guitar ever. I love it every time I play it, every time I plug it in. Have a very good system. It's a full body. I mean, I don't know what to tell you about this. This is just the best product ever made. It's low and high C entirely. It's very quiet, very professional, and playability is very good. It's a little bit heavy in comparison with these fellas over here. And I don't know. Has the playability with this, the tone of it, and everything in one guitar for absolutely ridiculous price for this guitar. I love it. It's my best guitar still ever, and I've got back in my country a Fender Square Bullet Strat, and sounds is amazing as well. But I mean, that's Fender. Is a brand that is very recognizable. You will pay for that, and you always will get good out of it. But Harley Benton, you never will expect that and get this beautiful thing over here. So yeah, I love it. It's the best guitar ever I had until now. I would like ever to have a Gibson, but I've got no money for that. So I just will leave it like this until I can pay for a Gibson. Alright, let's move on into microphones. Alright guys, so quick thing over here. I had to come to the other room because it's pretty hate and I'm just recording this video late. I wake up late today, so I need to get a break out of it, but we'll continue with it in few seconds. Alright, as I said, we're going to start with mics, and this is today the centerpiece of my studio. This is the t.bone SC1100. I had an exchange on a second-hand market for an Akai MIDI controller. I didn't really like it at all. So yeah, this thing is very, very rock solid, and I just can't recommend it enough. I mean, we have 3 polar patterns, low cut or flat, and is very robust mic with good components in it. And yeah, let's continue with the rest. Alright, for other diverse mics, I have 2 pairs of these ones and this one. All 3 of them are clone of the legendary Shure SM57, and I will be buying one SM57 in order for make the comparison. Yeah, look, this is how it looks. Here is the thing, looks pretty much the same. And what I have to mention as well is that at the moment when you open it, you see that things are very solid as well, and circuitry is well connected. And I could also say this is pretty heavy, this side, therefore you get the quality of it. Well, this is just a good mic, you know, used to have it in around. I also have the clone of Behringer, which is also okay. What I love from this set is it comes with this thing with the ring inside, plus it comes with a XLR cable for less than 50 bucks, I guess. I mean, sure, you've got some job to do. So, well, that's this one. And this is a DAP. It's also a clone from the Shure SM57. Is the PL07. I mean, one time I was on a music store and I had the chance to hear comparison between this and other microphones, and this was over there in comparison with the SM57. And the moment I hear it, it was killing. Also comes with an XLR. I mean, this is not the most important thing. Components are, I know. But this mic, the moment I listened to it, it was very, very powerful. So it looks like this. The other one is darker. This is a little bit more gray. And at the moment when we open it, you see more rock solid cabling inside here. Plus, yeah, this is more equal in weight imbalance. This microphone has a little bit more of top end, I will say. Here's some frequency response. So for this microphone, we've got this frequency response, as you may imagine, the top end, and that is what I listen. And I just love it, you know. I just love it. In the end of the day, you will do the processing into your DAW with an equalizer. So yeah, I just asked myself why not to buy it straight away. Anyway, I didn't do it for any particular reason. I just love the sound of the DAP mic. And funny fact is that I had a little bit of hard time finding it because this is not a very popular brand, and yeah, stores doesn't have it that much. But later on I'll be recording some acoustic guitars and stuff in order to check these microphones. I mean, I've got a lot of videos to do, guys. So yeah, this part of my first setup of mics. Of course, I have to talk about my very first microphone. Still working pretty much. This is the Devine. I don't remember the model, but yeah, it's just a $30 microphone, 30 euros, and these are components inside. So as you see, it's just very simple circuitry, but very powerful and give actually very good results. If you want to hear how does it sound, of course, along with some processing, go to my YouTube channel and search for Christmas song. I will let somewhere the picture here and check it out. At that time I only had this, the Samsung SR850, and as a monitoring system the Marshall amplifier. So yeah, that's pretty much my story until now. And yeah, nowadays it sticks here as a symbol, or in any case I will need it so quick. And last but not least, still having it inside here, I've got this one, which we already made a review, so yeah, you probably will watch it over there. I've also got for hit the road. This one is a lavalier mic. This is the Boya lavalier mic. With this one I record the LA2A video, and it's just a simple thing. You've got a transmitter, a receiver, both of them communicate via Bluetooth, and one is connect line in into your telephone and the other is line in and microphone, as you can see. So just we'll leave this like that and make it for another video. This one is kind of fun. I mean, what is even this? What is this? Well, this was my very first mic ever at the moment, when I was just hitting recording on my DAW. I used to use Adobe Audition. This is a brand called Trust. It's very, I don't know what to call this. It's too cheap, you cannot expect nothing of it. You just plug it into the computer, and however, out of this mic, you could record pretty good stuff. I have a sound example sounding now. And it happened that all this what you're listening in came straight out of this mic, at least the guitars. I mean, later on we made some other things. This is just a terrible song, no finish, not polished at all yet. But yeah, guitars came out of this mic, so I'm still having it as a piece of my studio to remember where I came from, and wherever I am, wherever I go, to remember myself that anything I'm doing still's okay. It is 2025, and it's not that you must have super expensive thing or U87s or whatsoever, but you can get good sounding quality with budget nowadays. Or eventually, if you want to improve, also there are some other price point equipment that will help you to get the best results. So yeah, that's it for mics. So what do you guys think? Was it nice? Was it cool? Is it not enough? Up to you to decide. Let me know in the comments down below. Actually, it's my very first studio tour. It's not that much to see. It's just a small space with very special features and a lot of capabilities, as long as you keep going creative. Everything I've got over here is just because it's functional for me, for my purposes, and eventually I'm hoping to improve that. Of course, it takes a lot of effort, time and money, but doesn't mean that you can start somewhere right away. So that's all for today. My name is Ruben. Welcome once again to Ro1ne Productions, and well, I hope to see you the next one. Thank you very much. Not like a guy which the first you do this, the key eventually drops. This guitar I exchanged for, Ya vamos, me acuerdo. De esta no te vas a salvar. De esta no te vas a salvar. 3 y... Bro, this Art Pro VLA. Oh, this is too much. This is too much for me. This is too much.